Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. VAR is dominating the headlines in the EPL as the season's begun, and that will continue certainly after Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur played to a 2-2 draw today in Manchester. Gabriel Jesus' match-winning goal overruled in extra time due to a handball from center back Aymeric Laporte, and what a massive overrule it was, because that cost Manchester City the 3 points in what will surely be an extremely tight title race in this Premiership season. The empty hat, as I like to call it, went from joy to despair in a matter of moments, and it was a familiar sight for the manager who can now be referred to as Pep Guardiola. You know, Guardiola, also known as Fraudiola, the most overrated manager in sports, has now had his heart broken on 2 occasions against Tottenham due to VAR, the last and more famous incident being when a match-winning goal that would have sent Manchester City through in the Champions League knockout round being overruled, and therefore sending Tottenham through instead. Of course, Spurs ended up making it to the final, while Manchester City continues to sit on 0 European titles. But Man City is looking for their 3rd straight EPL title this year. They're looking like a serious threat to do it 3 times in a row, which is extremely difficult to accomplish in the most competitive league in the world. But look, they have 2 of the top 5 midfielders in the world, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. They are absolutely sensational. Both played extremely well. De Bruyne played a wonderful ball in to Raheem Snake Sterling, and as much as I hate to admit it, he is on the cusp, if not already, a world-class player himself, Sterling. So they're just filled with attacking talent. Even with the loss of Leroy Sané, it's not really going to affect them all that much. Eric Lamela for Tottenham scored a great goal to tie the match up. And the same can be said for Lucas Moura, who tied the match up at 2-2. Once Manchester City went up 2-1 up, you certainly thought that they would not blow the lead twice, but they did. Now, Manchester City outpossessed Spurs. They outshot them 30-3. So statistically, Manchester City will certainly feel hard done by the outcome. By the naked eye test, it was a very evenly played match, but it's very interesting to compare 2 very different situations individually at Tottenham. Lucas Moura scored a very nice goal today. He was the hat-trick hero last year by sending Spurs to the final of the Champions League when he nailed those 3 goals in the second half against Ajax, and he recently put pen to paper on a new contract extension. Meanwhile, Christian Eriksen is deluding himself to think that he is bigger than Tottenham. It's the perfect club for him. His skill set is suited perfectly to Mauricio Pochettino's system, and yet he is winding down the final year of his deal with no interest in signing an extension. He is absolutely delusional to think that he is good enough to cut it at Real Madrid. He's not suited for the absolute European elite. The perfect place for him is Tottenham, and I'm not sure if he'll figure it out before it's too late. His performance was very lackluster today, and Pochettino, unfortunately, is going to have to face criticism every time he picks him in the squad, despite the reality that he is still one of the most talented players in the team. Certainly Tottenham can expect an even more potent and lethal attack once Son Heung-min is back in the lineup from his 2-game suspension to start the English season. But overall, it's 2 points lost for Manchester City and a point stolen, really, for Tottenham Hotspur. Still plenty of football left to be played as we are winding through this 2nd week of the EPL season. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.